Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Roka and today we're back with Mini Motorways. It has been quite a long time since we've been playing this game. It's been probably over a year and suddenly I just got the urge to start playing this game again. Not to mention there's also a couple new maps. So I think the plan is we're gonna tackle these maps, and I'm gonna start doing weekly challenges. We have weekly challenges available to us in this game, and yeah, I think it would be not a bad idea to just run some of these and just play this game and relax a bit. But for today, we're just gonna be playing Vancouver in the classic mode. And just taking a look at the leaderboard, obviously we have some distribution of score. Basically, if we're doing anything more than 1500, we're doing better than the average player. So that's going to be our goal for this city. I don't know if we're going to make it there though, because this is towards the end of the map list, which generally means it's going to be harder than some of the other maps. Not to mention, I haven't played this game in a long time, so bear with me. Bear with me as I sort of get into the flow of this game yet again. Because there's a lot of skill involved in this game that I may or may not have anymore. For instance, we're sitting here looking at a couple cars going back and forth between these buildings, you know, same color, same building. They got to pick up the pips, and we're instantly going to be thrown this curveball of having to mix our roads up. Not going to be a huge issue, but ideally we will have some sort of way to cross this gap so the yellows don't have to get blocked by traffic and the blues can also flow freely. So at least that's the goal, and that's sort of the idea behind this entire game. You know, manage traffic, make sure that things go smoothly, and collect as many of these pips, as they're called, to get as high of a score as possible. That's what's going to get us to 1500. If we can get 1500 of those, we're going to be doing pretty good. So not much to say here in the beginning, sort of just catching people up who maybe don't know this game very well. Also giving myself a bit of a reminder on how this game actually kind of works. You can see we are limited in our resources here. We've got 9 roads left after building all of these. We also have one mini motorway, which we could build as sort of a highway, and it doesn't consume any road. It just connects 2 points on the map pretty freely. We're not going to use that yet because this is a very valuable resource to us. We actually start with one. Sometimes we start with a bridge. Sometimes we start with traffic lights, a roundabout, what have you. But we actually start with a mini motorway, which gives me the feeling that we're not going to be seeing too many of those. I can speed this up though, right? Okay, here we go. I forgot you can press the arrow key and have the game speed up just a little bit. So we can start with a roundabout. I think a roundabout is good for us to implement early because they're bulky. They do take up almost a 3x3 area, and if we don't plan for it accordingly, we won't have the space for it later on. I'm gonna go ahead and do something like that because I can see how this neighborhood is coming together, and I'd rather have the space here for this road. It's gonna probably end up being a bridge right here when I can disconnect these things. And a yellow right here also makes things interesting. I'm just gonna leave this for now. We're gonna see what we have to deal with. It looks like we're gonna need to put these together. So I guess that means it's time for us to do a motorway. I'll probably just set this up like so. Bada bing, bada boom. Mini motorways. That's just how it goes. Here we go. Want to make sure I'm setting up some roads early so that way we're not getting absolutely sloshed by the game. Set up a roundabout right here and head up this way with all of our blue cars. We get a bridge. Nice. Okay. We are kind of speed running this right now. Because of that fact, actually, I might actually leave things the way they are for now. I only have one bridge, so I like the way this ended up. Although this intersection is less than ideal. Oh man, things are just popping up super quickly. Okay. All right, right away, I can see why this map is so hard. I could see exactly why this map is so hard. So forgive me while I do some deep thinking how I want to do things here. I think one of my ideas is going to be to use this bridge like so. In fact, not yet. Eventually, I think I will. So I'm going to set up these roads. But for now, I actually just want to connect this up like this. That's a little scuffed, but it'll at least get these connected for now. I do kind of want to have the white and the blue connected on the same road. So we'll do this. And then we're going to demolish the motorway. Already. I know. It was pretty quick. But I think we'll be able to do something like this. And the whites and the blues will just travel down the same road together. It'll be fine for now. And then eventually what I want to do is with another roundabout, put a roundabout here and allow the yellows to go up through a bridge and then be disconnected over here. I don't want the traffic intersections to be right next to the entrances to the buildings, but for now we don't have another roundabout. In fact, I could probably just do this. And then when we get the roundabout back, we can implement this road intersection up here, like right here. In fact, I can probably put the white population in there as well. But let's just kickstart the game again. Here we go. We got our motorway back. We'll do this. This will work like so. And yeah, I really don't have a choice but to wait until I have more roads, apparently. Not an option. There we go. I just want to split things up if I can. So do that for now. This is looking okay. Be nicer once we have a bridge, which we do. We do have a bridge, actually. What we don't have is road. I'm gonna recover some of my roads really quick. Just costs less to do a diagonal road, so as much as I want to keep good planning, we're kind of road broke right now, so not much I can do about that. Okay, and yellow is actively upgrading, so do need to make sure we're not doing with that. Who do I take? Do I take the traffic lights or just the roads? I'm gonna bank on the fact that traffic lights are going to be helpful enough to the point where actually outweigh having extra roads. Not to mention we have a motorway, so things won't be too bad in terms of crossing large distances if we have to. And this actually looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. I don't have to put this on the roundabout. I'm realizing. Just go straight across. This might also be better. Like this. And that's about it for minor optimizations at this point. I do need to think about how to get white cars up here. I'm pretty sure the answer is just going to be a motorway, so that's what we're going to do. That is precisely what we're going to do. As much as that's not what I wanted to do, we don't have bridges anyway, so not like I could do anything else if I wanted to. Sorry, I just had to take a sip of water. Sip of water. I'm a little dehydrated today. Ah, yes, another motorway. Do we want the other roundabout? Probably, but the other motorway is going to be so helpful. It's not even funny. Okay, I do want to make sure nothing spawns there. Or here, for that matter. Okay, looks like it's going to be yellow. And blue. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see here. Usually, there's an amount of cars that will sate one building. I'm pretty sure two houses will sate one business at max capacity. A big business needs about 4 or 5. I can't remember. It's been too long since I played this game, but I think with the amount that we have here, this should stay pretty content. But we do need some to go over here, so I don't think I have a choice. I kind of just gotta do this kind of scuffed. And the blue, I think temporarily I'm just gonna have RIP the tree, by the way. Probably is just gonna get demolished. I'm just gonna do this. It's temporary. It's very, very temporary. Thankfully, we can just demolish the motorways, and it's not a huge deal. So that's probably what we're gonna end up doing at some point. My own biggest concern is gonna be the yellow, since they have probably the furthest distance to go, but shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. Cars travel pretty fast on the motorways. You can see they go significantly faster than when they're not on the motorway. And so, not a major concern for us. We need to recover those roads and just tack some more roads down. This is a beautiful spawn for us, by the way. Go ahead and get our upgrade. More traffic lights or road tiles. This time I'm just going to take the road tiles. I already have some traffic lights and we're not even using them, so yeah, at this point. This is really good for us. This is really, really good for us. Bad if something spawned close, but we have a business and a house. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, we have a business and a house that won't even work with it. That is an interesting problem. It's definitely an interesting problem. I'm thinking what that means is we have to move this entire road network to be something more along the lines of this and meet in the middle. Instead of having it go that way, we have it go this way, and that way... correction. Shit. See, that's what I didn't want to do, was actually delete the motorway. Because we won't get that back until this is destroyed. I mean, this won't be destroyed until all the cars finish their journeys. Unfortunately. So this might be a little scuffed. So I have to wait for all these cars to go home. the meantime, I can connect these up like so. What I wanted was a road, a single road in between the intersection and... Ooh, that's actually a good place for a roundabout. So we're going to do this. Something like so, because it'll allow us to put an actual light onto here. And now that I'm thinking about it, right turn on red. Okay. Yeah, that should work. That should work. Actually, wait. Because I need... If I do this instead... That's a little odd. But the reasoning has to do with how traffic lights work. It does follow some standard traffic rules where you can turn right on red. And for the sake of the yellows and the orange, or the yellows and the whites, who do need to connect up at some point, I want them to be able to travel straight through while the greens are coming over and also turning right on red and just going straight through. So I think that should work. And then this light will only turn red when the yellows and the whites are coming back. At which point, new ones can always leave. It's the greens on the return trip that will be blocked, which is fine. That's totally fine. We have enough extra greens where I think that'll be okay. So that's how I wanted to run this. Should be okay. This did just get an upgrade, so I think that's going to be fine with how this is working. Roundabout doing roundabout things, although... being able to split that up would be nice. Be nice. I might actually have to... Oh, shit. I'm just now realizing what's going on here. I'm just gonna have to run it, I think. It's giving me a tunnel. I don't want a tunnel. I want another motorway. Speaking of another motorway... we might be at the stage where this intersection is too busy. These businesses are getting too large, too much traffic, so... Man, I really wish I got a bridge. Yeah, I really do wish I got a bridge. We got some more blues. Light blues, I should say. I'm gonna get rid of this. This will turn into a traffic light intersection, and we're gonna do a motorway. Where? Here to here. It seems a little silly. I want to try it though. I do want to try it. Not to mention that gives us a roundabout. I would love to put that here. Connect it up like so. There we go. Should keep things flowing. We reached 400, so that's a pretty good sign. Nothing seems to be backing up too much. We might have to move one of these downwards. We do have cars sitting in the garages right now, so this should be okay. But these are backing up, and I don't want them to panic. That'd be bad. Oh, we did just get another one. That is excellent, actually. Just notice this light is just kind of staying green for the most part. It only switches every once in a while. So we did get into a panic state there for just a second, but we're doing okay. Another roundabout. Sure. We might need it here. Yeah, I need that bridge. I really need that bridge. Just gonna connect these up while I'm thinking about it, while I could see it anyway. Yeah. Well, okay, I need a motorway. Yeah, because now we have... And I have to be very careful here because this has blue connection, this road right here. So if I ever did this, they would be driving through all the lots to get there. Not what you want. Not what you want. Because then they'd be traveling a very long distance through a lot of traffic, and that's not good. We don't actually have another motorway. That makes things difficult for me. I suppose I could just do this. This isn't a horrible solution for now. I did just see these spawned right here. So let's connect it up to that traffic light. And it should be okay. Should be fine. In fact, if I do... The music got a little creepy there for a second. If I just do that, it'll actually green light both of them since it's a straight line intersection. It seems a little odd to do that kind of intersection, but it's okay. It is okay for me. Whoa, panic. Panic at the fucking disco. It seems like we just don't have enough white cars. Or rather, they're being forced to do some weird shenanigans. These are okay. It's these ones across the way that are not doing amazing. The only optimization there would, if we had a bridge, I could bridge these over here and then use this as the community for going across. In fact, that's what I want to do. I just don't have a bridge. I need to... I'm using two here. Okay, we get the bridge. Pause. We're changing this. Far too inefficient to use a bridge and a motorway for that. We're just gonna have to abandon this. I think we're overkill on that anyway, so it's fine. We'll recover another bridge. And instead of all this, go straight across. This can disconnect from here. This will go... Oh my god. The curviest road. Like so. These yellows are actually doing okay. It would seem... What's the best way to route these? Probably something like this. There's also the blue. I think I need to do this. I don't want to delete the motorway. I just want to move it. Do this. This can connect on its own node here. This needs a traffic light, but this one probably doesn't because it's very few cars. And that should be okay. It also gets the greens a little bit closer, which I'm not opposed to. So these will filter out. These are already going all the way across, so that should be okay. These are coming back and going across, so that should be all right. 4 for these two should be enough. This could absolutely use a roundabout in the middle. It's just enough houses where I think I want to have this in place before things get too crazy. And I used my other bridge. Where did I use the bridge? Oh, I'm recovering another bridge. That's right. Do that. And this. That should be okay. In fact, I can probably just connect straight up like that. Do I even need this connection anymore? Boop. No, I don't. I simply don't. We'll swap this out for a bridge. Okay. That's exactly where this motorway is going to go, is towards these yellow houses down here. Yeah. Good to see that working for us. So hopefully this doesn't back up too much while things are being restructured. Yeah, I don't like this sharp corner. You can see they're slowing down a lot there. Okay. Let's do... Oh, shit. Bridge. Okay, motorway acquired. We will... Where did my motorway go? Ah, because it instantly built this one. That's good, actually. That's fine. This is about to be done anyway. There we go. Put this one here. I don't actually want it to connect to that just yet, because we do have this connection down here, but it's not horrible for now. Okay, this just upgraded. We are getting a couple more businesses there. A couple more houses here. That also just upgraded. Oh, this actually did need a connection. Excuse me. All right, that's fine. We could just do that. Just do that. There's no... Is there any overlapping connections here? I need to make sure that that's not happening. Is like if there's a yellow somewhere on this road connected to here, it's gonna go all the way through here. Looks like I... See, this is why this is a good thing to have disconnected at this point. I'm glad I made that adjustment earlier. Just keep playing it, I think. I think we're okay. But yeah, that would get really messy really quickly. Oh, but I did forget about this. Probably just slap a traffic light there. Oof, this is rough. I wonder if there's anything I can do for that. Another motorway helps. It would have to be a motorway that brings cars directly to here. And then another bridge to cross the gap there. Do that. It's probably a worthwhile connection, at least paving that road now, so it's not impossible to access. Because there could just be houses that block this area. In fact, there are a couple areas where I really don't want to lose access to, but we might end up losing anyway. There's only so much room here on the edge of the map as well. This can easily be connected right here, so let's do that. They seem to be handled, although might need some extra connections. What if I just did this? Had these go up. That way I can sever this connection and have its own set right there. And that protects my shore there. The harbor border. Is anything unconnected right now? I think everything is connected. No, I actually do want that. Same here. Just putting some connectors in places that I think will be important. There we go. Fix that up a little bit. Mainly intersections and roads that need access. slightly longer trip is not going to be as bad as bad traffic management. Okay. Do need this on here. That's fine. It's also pretty good. Yeah, what if this was just one road? You know, what if there was an intersection down here and then one right there? That looks a lot cleaner, in my opinion. Also leaves more room for buildings to spawn. Because we do need buildings to spawn, or we just won't be able to keep up. Okay, the yellow is failing. The yellow is failing. Any spare yellows? You know, I could just make this connection. I think that works. Although this is going to try and drive through there now. That's all right. Let it play out just a little bit while I observe. This is a big spot. I do still have a motorway now, but we made things work. And for now, that's what's important. And this is wildly different than my normal strategy. My normal strategy is to just put as many different colors on their separate road networks as possible, because that does tend to help alleviate traffic quite a bit. But this seems to be working just fine, so I see no issues with what's happening. Somebody just spawn in. What happened? Okay, that's kind of rough. Now, you know what? This is a blessing in disguise. We get to turn these buildings around, these houses, and just directly connect them. Which is a good thing here. It does mean we lose this, but it pulls the greens off of this network entirely. I can use the spare motorway. Just bring it up here. Now this would be better if this also happened to be connected to a light blue. But I think this is just the sacrifice I have to make here. I'm going to draw this kind of a road. So I don't want to block the in front of the intersection just yet. This should be okay. So these will start going. Yes. What do I want? Another bridge. Thank you very much. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, this doesn't have enough. I suppose we're at a point where I could just bridge these over. I mean, I'm glad I took that because it won't be very hard to do something like this. Just take those off of the highway entirely. Not that they were actually going that way. Or, ooh, wait, bad. Bad. I'm glad I saw this because when those roads instantly delete, it means there's not a car on it and there's no car that needs that pathway. What I'm just now seeing is that there's an entire network, and it's why these are failing, actually, that goes through here, all the way through here, and all of these businesses are connected in sequence now, which is really bad. Which is really bad. I need this to be on its own network. What I kind of want to do is just run a bridge like this. Maybe not exactly like that. Maybe something more like this. Yeah, something like that. And I need to disconnect this somehow. It's too many connections. I made this connection. Why? Because this one was struggling? I think so. It just can't afford to be connected. There's too many cross connections at that point. Especially, yeah, because having this connected will mean the white cars are also going to try and do this. The yellow cars are also going to try and do that. And the blue cars are also going to try and do that. Which is just not very good. Not very good for us at all. Okay, let's see here. I would love to have a roundabout here. I would really love to have a roundabout here. Unfortunately, the bridge is just more important at the time. I gotta find a way to get more yellow up there. I think it's gonna struggle. For now, I think we just need to let this play out. 1,000 trips, not bad. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. That's gonna fix itself. This does a lot here. I might even send to get another set of cars up there. That's okay. That's fine. We've got a through road, and we've also got one that's just right there. So that's fine. That's totally fine. In fact, if I disconnect that, what happens there? Means this isn't gonna need blue. Gets 0 light blue. So I can't quite do that. There's no way to untangle the light blue and the yellows here. I really do just need a better intersection there. What I don't want is these cars picking up these trips. So you're gonna travel. God, that sucks. Yeah, we need a motorway. No, not a motorway, a roundabout. This is struggling. This is struggling pretty hard. I fixed this. Yeah, I can put these on here now. That's fine. Yeah, because that's not... I wanted to avoid that connection, but... Here we go. Yeah, send those cars out. We need that. Probably even route this over here. We just need as many cars going that way as we can for now. Traffic's not too bad on the main stretch. Ooh, a tunnel. We have any good places for that? Not really. Not yet, anyway. I don't think we will, either. God, I need a roundabout. Bridge, though. Any place we can use a bridge very effectively? Maybe for the light blues. I might be able to do something where I disconnect all these, have 2 networks of light blue, where one is just going into these 2 and the other is just going over here. And that allows me to split the motorway and this bit. I'm going to try that, actually. I want to see what that looks like. I can always rebuild some of this stuff if I need. So this can just go like right here. There's a car trying to cross that. Okay. And is that the only use of a bridge that I have? Oh, I wanted one here. No, I'm just going to reconnect this. This is fun. Here. Yeah, because these blues are really struggling to get here at this point. I'm trying to think of how I could do this intersection. So with a bridge, it does give me some liberty to do something like the road that we have existing. Instead of going this way and connecting with the whites on this part of the road, I could go up and bridge down to here and cut in. That would stop them from ever meeting right there. I do need it. Oh shit, because then the whites still need to go across. Oh no, man. Dude, this is rough. This is a rough spot. So many intersections. Yeah, these building spawns really screwed me here. There's not much I can do about that. There's not much I can do about that at all, actually. It's gonna require something cerebral or just a motorway, because having this isolated into just the blues, the light blue and the dark blue, means I could do this bridge strat, have this be split, and then a separate motorway just for this, which might be important because this is upgraded now. Unfortunately, there's no space around the edges here where I can like skirt an independent road through. I might have to redo this or pick up this roundabout and just put it in this spot. I don't think that would work though. I don't think there's enough space there. Yeah, there just isn't. There literally is not enough space there. That's tragic. Oh man, this is a conundrum, and it's probably what's going to cause me to fail. Everything else is doing fine except for the blues and the whites are not doing very well right now. It's its own thing. It's got to be this bridge. I got to find an effective use of the bridge. Now hold on. I think I've got it. If I remove this roundabout just to about here, I can have two roads. One. Shit. No, same issue. No matter how I split it. I would need two bridges to make something like that work, because I want to avoid the whites crossing with the blues here. It's just such high volume, and the blues are so far away where it needs to be quick. They won't return fast enough. Like, we have plenty of cars. They're just not being used. Okay, so it's gonna look weird. If I put a bridge up to here, like up the river into here, and then shoot another bridge down through here, I can connect up to here. It's connected for now. I can connect across with the whites. That's two bridges, but I would need... Oh no, because then I have this road that can connect in like this. There's still going to have to be one more bridge, I think. One that comes down for the blues. I need another bridge. I think for now, I should actually do that because... Oh my god, I don't even know if I can actually. Oh, no, I can. So it would come down like this. And this would go here. This will all disconnect. Put the roundabout in this spot. Making a risky play here. I think this change needs to happen though. no. Doesn't seem mandatory. And this is fine. This is fine. Because now it allows... Whew, okay. Talk about a weird rerouting. It allows me to do something like this. Really, I want this... I want that right there. And this can just go like that. These traffic lights. Sketchy. This is gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. How's everything else looking? Oh, we got another yellow over here. That's beautiful. Okay. Tough. These yellows are blocked off. That is tough. A lot of things just started spawning in. You might be able to see why I was just paused for so long, because now everything is starting to go a little haywire. Looks like we're bouncing back. Another roundabout might actually work here. We definitely have a spot for this somewhere. All right, I wanted to put one in here. Because what I don't want is blues and yellows getting locked up there, especially now there's a bunch spawning there. For the time being, I might actually be required to... what I want to do is take one more yellow from here, put it onto this, but I think the 3 will be okay. It's just distance. Like, usually 2 is alright for that kind of distance, but the dude be spawning a little bit faster now. I'll have to do... Ah, that's what I was trying to avoid. That's what I was trying to avoid. It's alright. Okay, what's happening? I think I'm about to lose. Should? No, the roundabout is carrying. The roundabout is carrying. That's good. Another dark blue business down here is incredible, man. Like, actually incredible. Wow, that solution actually helped these so much, by the way. Like, this is so much more calm, and now it's a problem over here. I want to do... Oh, God, I want to put this over here so bad. This actually needs all of these, I think. We'll just do this. Have those 4 connect. Just put a second one there. It's fine. More yellow. Or actually, are we stabilizing? I think we are. These are going to be an issue. I need this population here. There's no connection. 0 connection right now. Rough. Rip tree. And it's very tempting to put some of these yellows over in this direction, but... Oh, man. What is that? What is that, man? Fuck. Oh, no. It's going downhill from here. There's no good connection there. I don't know how much longer we're gonna survive, but we're gonna definitely try and keep this going for as long as possible. I think having a road that just goes like this is perhaps my best and only option. Thankfully, it's not going to do weird shit and drive through the parking lot because it is kind of smart. It will take the fastest route if there's one available. But we have so many... tunnel. I think I need the tunnel. These yellows are starting to suffer quite a bit. So we've got two options here. There's so many yellow. Okay, since this highway has so many attached to it, I think my play has to be to centralize it just a bit. And that way I can utilize these local traffic for local destinations without breaking the light blue connections. That's a tough ask. Right now, this is struggling the most. That's simply because the yellow connection here is not doing amazing. So my theory is that if I tunnel like that, this will alleviate a lot of the stress over here. And as long as the white... Actually, it might be okay to put white on this. No. No, I can't. I can't do that anymore, actually. Because this is deeply connected. If I just disconnect this... alleviates a lot of stress here. This should be able to... I don't trust it to handle all of those. I really don't. Do I trust this to handle itself? I might have to make this connection. The problem is if I do this and then I attach whites to this network at all, whites are going to travel through here, but then they're also going to want to do this and pick up these tasks. So a little less than ideal. Let's make sure we attach some of these to the network. I do actually want to be on that network. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I just can't. I can't put white on this, or else things will go badly quickly. How are we doing? Doing okay. Blues struggling? Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, these kind of are overloaded. We have some extra blues that are lying around that we're not really taking advantage of. Might be best to just split this. Like so. It's not a perfect ratio, but I think doing that will help a lot more, actually. Keep this road there. I'm not going to connect it. I would need another motorway. And that desperately wants a traffic light. Do I have any good ones? Do I have any traffic lights that I don't need? Hey, I thought I had 2 of those. Oh yeah, one down here. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. might just have to let this play out. We are almost at 2,000. Almost at 2,000. That's not bad. We're gonna make. I think we're gonna make it to Saturday or Sunday. This might perish on us. This still hasn't disconnected yet, so. Ah, okay, we fixed that. This whole fucking nightmare. It's probably gonna cause us to lose. Motorway! We're saved. The light blues are saved. I'm simply just gonna do this. Simple enough. Go, go, go. Oh, and the greens. Oh shit, yeah, we don't. Oh, okay. A green connected itself. That's fine. Just do that. Some greens here. In the effort of not losing on the spot, I'm gonna do this. Just because I need greens to come in here. The blues are on their way. I don't know if they're gonna make it in time. This one is going in towards there, so we will hang on for just a little bit longer. Let's see, white's picking up there. We have plenty of white and yellow on here, so I'm not too worried about it. Making sure no whites are connected on this. Oh, wait, this is actually disconnected now. This is like a very strange network of white, blue, and blue. Which I think works. Just let it play. No, the traffic. The traffic. Oh, dude, we didn't have nearly enough traffic signals. We actually needed more, I think, which is insane. Yo, 99 days, 2,204 commuters. First try. First try on that one. Not bad. Not bad, man. That was pretty good. Let's take a look at this and just see where things went wrong. I mean, there's not much else I could do. This may have actually been a mistake. Putting a bunch of things on this road all at once is kind of a nightmare. And I think this road also might have been a mistake. I think I needed a connection here, so it routes everything through the roundabout, because this ended up being the intersection where everything was going to. But it was also the pathway for the blues, the light blues, to get through. This is just a fucked area. I needed a much better solution. Maybe the roundabout here instead. But all these businesses in line with not nearly enough roads. Obviously, that's how it is. You can see all the cars here. We did end up solving this issue here, though, at the expense of 2 bridges. Did that end up being worth it? I'm not sure. I think maybe we could have gotten away with this bridge just not being there and just connecting up here with the traffic light. That would have changed the way the traffic flowed. And so the blues would have came in, turned right, and then just exited out and never really got in the way of the whites. And then the light blues would have just passed straight through. So I don't know. We probably could have gone away with that. Just getting rid of this bridge and then using a second bridge somewhere else. It would have to be with the light blues. You know, doing another bridge out here and then having 2 connections there. So I don't know. Let me know what you would have done differently down in the comments below. Be interested to hear how you might have restructured things. But other than that, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a ton from an algorithmic perspective, but also just from a, hey, let me know that you enjoy my content kind of perspective. It also tells me that you're actually making it to the end of the videos, and you know you're hearing me say this and you're going, oh yes, I should do that because I enjoyed this content, or maybe you didn't enjoy it and that's why nobody is liking and commenting on these things. But I assume it's just, you know, people have things to do and spending a couple minutes of time, of their valuable, precious time on my video. It's you know, I don't fault you. I also watch a lot of content and don't interact with it, so I get where you're coming from. But help me, man! I need some help over here. The dude's struggling out here. God. And this is the only thing too that imploded on itself. I'm just not realizing this is like the only thing with traffic. These probably would have followed suit pretty quickly, looking at the traffic. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Ciao, everybody.